Hello community, we have a brand new AI model called Liquid 40B. It's from an MIT and hey, I have some tests for you. So let's have a look here at the brand new homepage to say, hey, we introduce our first series here of generative AI models, and you can see they outperform here the rest of all the other models. But then if you look closely, you see, oh, okay, this is only valid for a very particular benchmark. So never mind. So just some hours ago, September 30, they published here our first series of generative AI models, but they are now something special because they are now the Liquid Foundation model. This is a new generation of generative AI models. They are an MIT spin-off, couldn't be better. Foundation model company headquartered in Boston, great. And you said, hey, wait a minute, the liquid neural networks, remember? We encountered them in 2020 for the first time. And I said, are those the people from MIT that really published here the first paper? And I went back, and this is the first paper here from Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Hassani, yeah, liquid time constant network. This is really his PhD thesis here, beautiful. So these are really the original people that also published in Nature Machine Intelligence. If you go on, they had some publication here also about robust flight navigation of liquid neural networks. And they also worked with great institutions here about different topics here, about differential equation, ordinary differential equation. They went here with state space layers for sequence modeling here, also with Stanford University. They also had here further effective operator learning and frequency domain here with Stanford, the BioHub. Plus, they were working here with NVIDIA. So I think if you look just at the publication list, I think this team is really, really impressive. And you know what? I found out that Maxime Labon is there. Remember, I recommend his work and his introductory series for beautiful code example. And I think he has one of the best introduction here, how you build this up. So when I saw that Maxime is now part of the team, he's a senior staff machine learning scientist at Liquid AI, I thought, wow, this is impressive. And here you have the complete team in black and white. I don't know why, but hello team. Yes, it is a brand new spin-off here, a startup. So let's help this community to make you famous. If you read their instruction, you see their goal is to explore ways to build foundation models beyond generative pre-trained transformers. So beyond GPT-4s, beyond whatever we have ChatGPT-5 coming up. And they say with our liquid foundation model, we put into practice new principles and new methods. And this is absolutely true. But it took quite some time because you remember I showed you in 2020. So it's now 4 years in the making to have this new architecture that is not a transformer architecture here, to build these new liquid foundation models. And if what they publish is true, look at the performance. They have 3 models, a very tiny 1.3 billion one, then a 3 billion one for devices like your phone or your iPad or your tablet or whatever. And you see they're in dire competition here with Microsoft Phi 3.5, the 3.8 billion, or the Llama 3.2, the 3 billion, or the Gamma 2, 2.6 billion. And yeah, of course, it is only for this particular benchmark they outperform, according to their marketing material here, all the other models. So for a complete new architecture, outperforming the other ones, this is impressive. So let's have a closer look. I look, of course, for the 40B model here, for the big one. And here you have now here the different benchmarks here that are available. You can compare it now to Mixtral, to QN2, to Gamma 2, to Llama 3.1, for example, the 70B model. And you get an idea where the benchmark data is for this established and very well-known benchmark data. Okay, great. And you know, I learned something. Yeah, unbelievable. Because this liquid foundation model truly exploits their context length. And I said, what do they mean? I mean, everybody's exploiting their context length, no? And they tell me here, Liquid tells me here, look, the Llama 3.2, the 3 billion, so the for your phone edition, is claiming a claimed length of 128,000 token context length, but they say the effective length of Llama 3.2 is only 4K. So this is quite a difference if you have this And I checked and they said this was confirmed by the ruler benchmark where length is considered effective, the context length, when the corresponding score is higher than a certain threshold. And the threshold here in this case by the ruler benchmark is 85.6. Don't ask me why exactly this particular number, but they give you here the publication. So I thought, interesting. And of course they say, hey, our 3 billion model, we claim we have 32K context length and our effective length is 32K. So this would mean that they are significant better in the context length than even my Llama 3.23 billion. So I think for a new startup, yeah, this is the right message. Hey, we are better than all the rest. We have a new architecture and we are from MIT and here we go and we are scientists. Yeah. So what else they tell us? And they say, hey, what are those language liquid foundation models good at today? Because, yeah, I want to do some tests. And they tell us, hey, general and expert knowledge. And this is exactly what I need here. And they say mathematics and logical reasoning. And this is beautiful. And they say effective for long context tasks. So everything that might be connected then to a rack system. And I thought, impressive. Just reading here the marketing material for the first time. And they told us here, hey, in 3 weeks, we have the product launch event here at MIT in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Hey, come and join us. And they will unveil more product. Yes, of course, they're going here for commercial product. And they say they want to see the liquid foundation model in finance, in healthcare, and in biotechnology. And I thought, wow, your first product, you already go for finance, healthcare, and biotech. And finance, if you just make one mistake, this could be really significant. No, I said, I am impressed. So, and the idea to publish this for tests here 3 weeks in advance before their launch event, I thought, this is great. And I said, wait a minute, if they go here and say what we are good at is logical reasoning, I thought, I do have some video where I go with complex multi-step AI reasoning and I explained here, for example, here something here to you. And you remember when ChatGPT 01 came out, our strawberry, I did logical tests and Feynman integral tests. And I also did an extreme logic test, not only on the strawberry, but also on Grok 2, Claude 3.5 Sonnet, Gemini 1.5 Pro, and Llama 3.1 at the time. I thought, hey, I have a perfect benchmark from the other models. And if they claim they have now a logical reasoning excellence with their new liquid architecture, I said, great, I have the benchmark data. Why not go there and do now some testing to see their performance live? So I go there, Liquid 40B, yeah, I went for the best-in-class language model that runs fully on 1 or 2 GPUs. And let's start here with our first test number 1. I'm here on their platform for their model and I make a simple logic test. No, I do my extreme logic test. My goodness, perform my extreme logic test. So this is really difficult. As you can see, and you have a complete video on this test about strawberry and all the other models. So solve this. Yeah, this is now our table. Let's use clues to fill the table. Yes, nice. Yeah, so it's arguing, thinking. Yeah, logic. Yeah, okay. Step 14, 15, my goodness. And now the table is a little bit more, yeah? We fill in the table with the new information. Some blanks are left, so let's use the remaining. Okay, yeah, develop something new. Let's fill in the table with the new information. It looks rather similar. The remaining clues to fill in. Okay, another 5. Looks still similar. Some blanks left, so let's use the remaining cues. Another 5 still looks no, does not change at all. No, it failed. It's now in a loop and error. Okay, so unfortunately not a fail. But test number 2, yes, test number 2. And I say, hey, a simpler logic test. Now, this is a 4 out of 10 if you go for the logic complexity. And Liquid 40B is real fast. I say, hey, solve this logical test. We have facts and we have some queries. Is Alice rope? And Liquid 40B comes back and says, facts rule, facts rule, facts rule. The answer is false. Now, unfortunately, this is not the correct answer. This failed. And I say, hey, verify this because, hey, I give you a second chance. And it comes back, Liquid 40B, and says, hey, I apologize for the confusion. Let's re-evaluate the step to determine if Alice is rope. Great. After re-evaluating the step, I realized there's no direct path, so the answer is false. This is again the wrong answer. But now we have test number 3. And I said, okay, test number 3. Another logic test, and I come down in the complexity. This is a little bit simpler, the test. You see the test? And I said, okay, so another logic test here. We have the same structure. Is Alice Joan? And Liquid 40B comes back and says 18, 19, 20, 22 steps, 27 steps. My goodness, 33 steps, 37 steps. It's just 8 steps. Okay, after I realized, no. It failed even this simpler logic test. I say, please try again. Come on, you're from MIT. You can do this. You are a scientist. I believe in you. 37. No, this looks like an identity. The answer is false. No, it failed also this one. Yeah, test number 4 is coming up, but now we have test number 5, and let's do a new chat. Let's start fresh from over. Yeah, and this is now here a textual test. You know this from our old things. Even ChatGPT 3.5 was able to solve this, and the correct answer is 24%. And here, Liquid 40B comes back 10%. I said, no, come on, it failed again. I said, validate your result. Come on, you can do this. Yeah, think about it. Step by step. Okay, yeah, 80% chance. Yeah, 190%. No, impossible. 80%, 190%, above a 100%. 60%, 60%, 80%. No, I think there's something wrong. Maybe we are back in a loop again. No, do not ask to verify, because you see what is happening to me here on their Liquid platform with their Liquid 40B model. Okay, I think we can stop it here, because it looks like, yeah. So it failed also test number 5. No, test number 4. A real simple. This is 1 out of 10 in the complexity. Listen, this is a simple test. GPT 3.5 could do this, yeah? So Liquid 40B is here and says, from the rules we can see that Alice is Woos. Rule 13. Wow, it gives us even the path. You see, these are my rules and these are my facts, and this is a very simple test. Real easy. 13. So let's have a look here at 13. If Woos then riff, this is the rule. This makes no sense that this is the logical pathway to solve this. And I say, hey, explain your logic. How did you derive here on this particular answer? And Liquid 40B, how could you derive this result? And Liquid 40B comes back. Wait a second. My logic is based on the rules. I start with the facts and then the rules, see if they could be applied. Yeah, and I found that Alice is Woos according to rule 13. So one step? No, it's not that easy. No. I concluded Alice is Woos. No, sorry. Show me rule number 13. If Woos, then riff. So it took here the final condition. No. Because this just stated if Woos, then riff, and not the other way around. And Liquid 40B comes back, you're right, I apologize for the confusion. Let me re-evaluate the rules and facts. Okay, let's do this another time. 31 steps, no way. Rule 31, now we have rule 31, my goodness. I say, hey, explain your logic. We have another 3-step logic. I start with the facts, I apply the rules, and I found that Alice is Woos according to rule 31. Okay, show me rule 31. If fum, then Woos. But fum is not a fact of Alice. How do you know that Alice is fum? This is just synthetic words. And come back and says, I apologize for confusion, I made an error. Okay, let's start again. So, what? Based on the rules and facts provided, I cannot conclude that Alice is fum? What do you mean you cannot conclude that Alice is fum? This is not the final result. My goodness. So it's just... Okay, it's found out that it made a mistake. Okay, no problem. It's from MIT. It gets some bonus. So it's a scientific. We have to take it with special care. So, you see, these are the 9 facts. There's nothing about fam. There's a synthetic words. There's nothing on fam in the facts logical structure. Okay. Yeah. So again, solve the task. And Liquid 40B comes now here, yes, and it says, yeah, from the rules I see that Alice is Woos, rule 31. So we are back at the beginning. No, come on. Okay, they have 3 weeks to optimize their product for the product launch event here in MIT, because for the current state of affair, you see how good it is if you have a little bit of a buffer, a 3-week buffer, to optimize your product that you will apply in finance and in healthcare and in bioinformatics. Because if you would not optimize this particular product here that they are offering in 3 weeks' time, I think, yeah, it's great that I have 3 weeks. So this was our MIT spin-off, and I hope you have an idea about the performance, about the actual performance, not the marketing presentation of known benchmark performance, but the real performance of Liquid 40B.